Now we're speaking to the creator. Now he's created the wall of 100s. Now you
Got to get out there and talk to people. Um, I think of myself as a returning artist. In my younger days, I had 35 exhibitions, 13 of which were solo. One went on for 11 years at the Lunaria Jazz Bar, which was at the time in Santa Monica.
welcome to Visit Vegas Places. How you doing, audience? I want to thank everybody for joining me. It's a great summer. Now, news is no more Texas or the Fiesta stations, and that's on the north side of Las Vegas or in Henderson. Is set to be demolished. They haven't gave a date, but it is set to be demolished. But we can look forward to the new Durango Casino, which is coming, and I'm glad to see what is going to be coming forth of it, and also the artwork. Everything now is filled with beautiful art, and I definitely want to catch the new art. One thing I love is artwork that is involved or assessed with money, of course. I love that. So I fell in love at Taverna Costera, where I was introduced actually to a wall full of beautiful painted C notes. Yes, C notes. And me being a digital creator, I immediately captured a moment and created content backed by a melody of Ice Cube's $100 bill song. And I was so amazed I had to meet the artist. And today I have with us Michael Stark, artist and creator of the famous series Wall of Hundreds Dollar Bills. Michael, thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
Hey, thank you, Coyal. Great, thank you.
All right. I'm glad for you to join us, man. You beautiful artwork. Everyone around Las Vegas is trying to get to see these $100 bills. You did a great job on
Well, the Wall of 100s, when I created it, I thought the best and only place to really show it would be in Las Vegas.
Yes, and then it's perfect timing almost. It's like that's the topic. Hundreds is the new dollar.
You know, inflation, unfortunately, is rearing its ugly head after 40 or 50 years, I guess.
Oh man. Now we're speaking to the creator. Now he's created the wall of 100s. Now if you follow me, you see my social media and all my content, you've seen I did a video when coincide with the Taverna Castura review. Now, Michael, I want to know, when was this idea conceived? Like the first 100 bill you painted that triggered the other gorgeous pieces, which turned into this series. What was the first one?
Well, going back many years, I had done a number of money pieces, but of late was in October of 21. I sketched the $100 bill, pen and ink, and then it kind of gave birth to this madness of creating a $100 wall of $100 bill series. They're 26 inches by 11 inches, and we've got a couple shows going on right now in Vegas, summer of 2022, and we're looking forward to doing some additional shows.
I love it. It's beautiful. Now, when I first went to Taverna, and again, Patty again, you guys should know I bring up Patty a lot. She's a great woman, great network, and she's introduced Michael and I. And when she was the first thing she told me, she was like, "Coyal, you got to come see these hundreds on the wall." And when I went there, and I was like, "Oh my God, everyone, my audience has to see this." One thing I wanted to ask you is what caught me is not only was it $100 bill, but the size you chose of the canvas. I mean, because you could have picked any size canvas, but you picked the canvas that almost, simulated $100 bill. Did that play in factor?
Insofar as these are created electronically with my iPad.
Okay.
Without what's the word? Making when you stretch things or do things, you have to kind of, the dimensions are important.
Okay.
And I wanted something that you could hold in your hands. If it was going to be 4 feet by 3 feet, it's a little large, but the 26 by 11 inch just seemed to click right.
Right. Now, take us back, because you have a nice long history in Los Angeles. Take us back to what sparked you really going into being exhibited in all these establishments. What really sparked that? Did you have to really go out there and do footwork, or did it just come to you because you're just so talented?
Well, everything, you got to get out there and talk to people. Um, I think of myself as a returning artist. In my younger days, I had 35 exhibitions, 13 of which were solo. One went on for 11 years at the Lunaria Jazz Bar, which was at the time in Santa Monica Boulevard and Beverly Glen. And then I didn't create for many, many years after that. And
Hmm.
insofar as how I got a lot of those shows, of course, was keeping my ear to the ground, knocking on doors,
Right.
looking for places that had good walls. And that's how it
Hmm.
kind of came about.
Right.
And then, fast forward to, you know, uh, 2022 here in Las Vegas, um, starting with the Taverna show, I was grateful for their wanting to have my stuff there. And it's led us to, some other shows and to you and being on this podcast.
That's right. Right. Well deserved too, Michael. Well deserved. Beautiful, beautiful art pieces. And if you guys haven't seen them, you have to check them out. Also, which is on his social media. And again, his social media is in the show notes. You can definitely just click on right into the link on the show notes. Now, Michael, have a couple of artists on here that some are beginning, some are experienced on the show. And with you, let us know, just piggybacking on what you were saying, is getting out there and meeting. Give other artists that may be listening in the audience some best practices on building relationship with restaurant owners, to have exhibitions in their establishments.
Absolutely. Insofar as if you want to show, you want to find places that they'll welcome your artwork. After the Taverna show, currently we're in the Art House Theater, which is over there on Third and Gas, and also at the Horse Trailer Hideout. Both of
Mm,
which I approached great people, and they wanted me, and but for everyone, yes, be prepared for how many no's, and
right,
not
right,
everyone makes up their mind right away. Some people say come back, so many months later. But if seeing it through exhibition, I think is important because you can create, a whole stash of stuff and it stays in your closet and no one
right.
really gets to talk about it or enjoy it. You just like anything, you gotta be a bit of a salesperson.
Great advice. Great advice. Thank you, Michael. And I know a man like you who's been around. This is not your first rodeo, as you said. You've been here. You came back, left, and came back. And I know me. I've seen a lot of changes, especially in your field, where everything is almost like social media.
Mhm.
Mostly all corporations are trending to social media. With everything based on social media, what plans, as far as you being an artist, do you have in place to to your to network and be more accessible, to have your art online to people? What things do you have in place that's kind of different from back then? I think we kind of have the down pack face to face going out, but this new social media, it's
Yes.
almost everything's trending to it. What are some like things that you have in place that you're doing different?
Well, great question, Coyal. Insofar as when I was pushing out in the '90s and the 2000s, and then didn't do much after that, and now have returned. Certainly, there's Instagram. I have my MKS New Art,
Okay.
that, and also my website, neobsart.com, neobsart.com. And
Okay.
I really need to do more. I mean, I know there's so many outlets out there where online people can see it,
Right.
um, but most importantly, it's the one-on-one relationships where they walk into a theater or a restaurant, or name me the where they'll see it on the walls. But of course,
Right.
I need to really push out on the social media. So that's a continuing in progress.
That's right. All right. Now, and I'm here too. That's what we do. So I'm here, and that's what I'm here for you, and that's why we linked. And and when it's talent like that, it's my duty to make sure too that gets seen, and that's why we're here together.
I'm grateful.
And yes, now some of the locations you were mentioning, my audience, where can they see your work? Name some of the locations where they can see your work.
Absolutely. Currently, we're summer of 2022 here, and we are at the Art House Theaters, which is over on 3rd and Gas in downtown. We have a pretty extensive wall of 100's there. In fact, we'll be doubling in size there in about a week and a half, which will have 120 individual paintings that are in the foyer. Art House is a beautiful place. They've got not only 8 theater, 8-plex cinema, but they have a bar, full restaurant, and of course now my wall of 100's will be there through the end of December, and we'll see what happens after that. Also, was very lucky to get into the Horse Trailer Hideout, which is a very cool hip bar over near Maine and Utah. That's a smaller show. We've got about 14 pieces in that, and they've been just so welcoming and wonderful, and I'm grateful for their interest. That money strikes a chord. I mean, everyone is in one way touched by money, and money has always been the subject of my artwork. Even when in my younger days, if you go to my website neobsart.com, you'll see a lot of my older works. And but when I started again, it was the $100 bill that just caught my imagination, and I'm not done with it. We're continuing on writing new stuff.
Yes, I can't wait either. Oh man, I can't wait.
And thank you for Ice Cube. I didn't really for that you did on Instagram that in the song, $100.
Yes.
That was very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. When I was growing up in high school, that was one of my favorite songs by Ice Cube. And it's weird because that song specifically is not on none of his records. It came on a special soundtrack or something. Uh-huh. And when Patty took me down your wall, when I saw it, that was the song that came to my head. Wow. And that's, I'm a digital creator. So yes. I knew when I saw it, I was like, I already knew this song goes with this wall right here. And I wouldn't have never found nothing that fits that. It's weird. Wow. But when I create things, sometimes, I already have the vision, already can see the outcome. And I saw that outcome already. But not even getting into that, I want to break down something for you. Now, these wall of 100's audience, you have to see them. They captured me. And it's funny how you said they captivate, a lot of people out here in Las Vegas, of course, because you have a crowd of not only locals or Nevadians, you have United States. This is America's playground. Now, when I look at them, I have my top 5. I have to really look at them. I was like, you know what? I got to let Michael know I got my top 5, Yeah. And it connected me in some form or fashion to my life. So the first one off the rip that took me was NFT, the Not For Tomorrow one. Uh-huh. Okay. But I like all the NFT, but the Not For Tomorrow stuck out because it means not for tomorrow, but it means NFT as right now NFT. Yeah. You get what I mean? Right.
It's now.
So and then when you dig deep in the rest of the NFTs, I love how you named them different, so no funds today. And the other ones, it was just like, oh my God. It's almost like you're articulating music with these pieces, if that makes sense. Okay. So my next one I saw was the Scan 56 copy, with art across it. Mm-hmm. That one, for some reason, it defined you. I don't know. When I saw that, I just felt you. He's letting us know this is art, and this is what I'm going to do my art on.
The $100 bill.
Almost,
art, yeah.
Right. It's almost like, when taggers tag an area and this is their area.
Yeah.
It gave me that feeling like this is his wall. That one piece labeled the whole wall. The next one was Johnny and Milk, the 3D look. Okay. Johnny and Milk and holograms, because I love 3D. So I already saw those, and these will go in living rooms, no matter what, because it's trippy, Then the last one, this is going to trip you out. Pink and Juicy. Pink and Juicy caught me because of the X-ray look, and the reason why the X-ray look caught me, it reminded me of when I was young and I was turned 20 and I was making real good money at LAX. And I used to be, you used to check the bags. This is when the airlines did it themselves. I worked directly with Continental before the TSA and the government took over. You remember the airlines used to do their own bag checking.
Yes.
So, and I remember we first got the X-ray scans, and that triggered me, and because I was making real good money, at that time. So I connected myself with that one already, Pink and Juicy. So I'm just communicating to how your artwork taps in emotionally to those who love art.
Thank you.
Yes.
There was a long period that I didn't do artwork. You get married, you have a kid, you get a mortgage, you go back to your, day in, day out life. And then so many people around me, my wife, my son, and friends and others, they said, just go back into it. My son's going to be graduating college soon. And it was like, it was time. And there's very few artists that can burn bright like a jet engine for their entire life. And those are the greats, or just the people that have imaginations that are just, blessed. And for me, I somehow needed a refill. And in those many years that transpired from my first act of having 35 exhibitions, and then now doing this in Vegas. Also, the reason that I, wanted to do this Wall of 100s and debut it in Vegas, and really because of Vegas, only in Las Vegas can you really test the limits of money. And not only that is what you can do with money in Las Vegas or Nevada for that matter. So there's no other city in the world stands out with the relationship to money that Las Vegas does. You could say Wall Street, New York, blah, blah. But okay, but Las Vegas is a different type of, and you can go to the world, and and that's why this money Wall of 100s is really destined and connecting, thankfully, with just in the beginning here with good folks like you and others, and I'm able to show it. People seem to like it.
Yes, it is. And one thing that is key, it's money, so is universal.
Yes.
So unconsciously, you just tapped into every generation. This is not like you're painting cars that only one generation understand what kind of car that, what the value is to that.
Right.
You're painting something that every generation knows the value to, or have some sort of understanding of their own of what the value is to it.
We all have a relationship with money. And we're all obsessed somehow or not, in it. And so it's, next to our love life, our money life is as important or sometimes more important given the moment, Hopefully your love life will trump that. But yes, that's capturing the imagination it captures mine. So I'm glad it did yours and others.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you're right about Las Vegas. This is one city that's different. You either could come here just to live, you can either go broke, or you can get rich. But the only place you could do it both happily here. You can either happily get rich or happily go broke here. And then you go back where usually they go back and then they come back and try again. I've seen some come back 3 times and made it. Some come back or make it the first time. It's all on you individually, whatever God has worked out for you. But this city right here is a city where you can really, be embraced by good people, good resources, and the city that really backs small businesses, small ventures. It is a beautiful city. It is. It's turning to be very.
2 notes on that great, what you just said. Number one is, many years ago, I stopped gambling. All I really do is some sports bets. I've got the World Cup coming on, but that's about it. You can't work and gamble and live in Vegas unless you've got unlimited situation. The second point about what's going on, I think, in Las Vegas, which I really feel, is ever since Corona, and I hope it's over, but now that people are coming back into it,
Right.
It's still ramping up. There's still so much new business downtown. I
Right.
mean, what, a quarter or a third or maybe more of the businesses out there only
Right.
new in the last year. So many people left, or got defeated, left Vegas, and who's left to fill this vacuum? I think there's so much innovation, opportunity, and
Correct.
really not just new business, but for creative people. There's
Correct.
a hunger on the stage, in the recording studios, on the walls, like what I'm doing, listening to great, inspiration, what you're creating. I think this, since Corona, it decimated a lot, and it's opened up people that are wanting to be a part of Vegas and the
Right.
new opportunities. This is the time.
I agree. I agree. Good words. Yes. Thank you, Las Vegas. Thank you. And thank you, Michael. Michael, let the audience know your social media handle and the website to check out those hundreds online.
Yes, the Wall of 100's. You can always check them out on my website at neobsart.com, neobsart.com. And then, of course, I have an Instagram, which I'm just, starting. MKS, those are my initials, MKS Art. Excuse me, MKS New Art. MKS New Art is me. And it's a great adventure. It's a great journey. I have a couple other series right after this. I have a wall of lottery tickets, a wall of
Wow.
flags, but we're focusing on the wall of 100s right
Wow. Yes, yes, yes. I can't wait. Keep me posted, and definitely, audience, you will be seeing social media and content creation from Michael. We will be collaborating. I love his art. It helps me to create, good videos. So definitely, I want to thank you. Before we get you out of here, Michael, we're going to see this or that. Which one that you prefer, this or that? Personal side of you, let the audience know.
now.
And after that, we're going to see how very, very Vegas you are, Michael.
Okay.
Trivia to give the Vegas a little education of the history of Las Vegas. So for this or that with Michael Stark, we have now on social media. Now that we're all going to social media and you're promoting, which one you think is user friendly, Instagram or Facebook?
They aren't they owned by the same guys?
Same guys.
Okay. I like this. Instagram is interesting. It's like watching television on your phone and all these creators. Facebook's a little bit, it's been on. This Instagram is I didn't really ever do it until recently, and it's
Okay.
addicting. It's quite addicting.
Gotcha. Now, see, I got to teach you, Mike. You got to get your Facebook going. I love Instagram, but Facebook has where you can build your own business page.
That's true.
So you can link it to your personal. But then not only that, someone like you would do good with a group also. If you build like an artist group,
Yes.
I can teach you too how to set that up. But one thing good, why Meta runs both, is you can have what is called business suite. And you can just run it off that one platform. It will post on both for you. So you
Business
won't have to
Suite
go
is
back and forth. Yes, I can
cool.
teach you how to do that. Okay.
Thank
And
you.
the business suite will help you run your Meta, Facebook, and your Instagram. So you won't have to go on both one. It's business suite. And that will help you run. But before you get business suite,
Yeah.
make sure you build a business page on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
You got to build a business page. Once you have your page, then you can upload business suite and it'll sync in your Instagram with your business page on Facebook. And you only could do, we're operated off of one app.
I'm like not even in elementary school when it comes to this whole social media, but I'm definitely digging
So
in.
that's why I love teaching it, because I can imagine where you're going to go once you get it under your belt. So that's the gift of it. Yes, yes, that's the gift. All right. So the next one, on your next, you've been a busy man, Mike. So on your next leisure trip, are you going to prefer to have that done by plane or car?
I like having a car. I like having a car when you're going out to someplace.
Right.
It just and you see so much more. Otherwise, if you're getting an Uber or a cab, it's different than when you're just driving the streets and learning the new town you're in.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Have you been to Lake Las Vegas yet?
Oh yes, I had been.
I love it.
before.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it out there. I do.
Yeah.
Yes. And, all right. So the last one, we were speaking about sports earlier. Do you prefer hockey or baseball?
I think baseball.
Baseball? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, honestly, I like football best, but
Okay.
it's and I love the Raiders. I hope
Yes, sir.
they take everyone down this time, and Super Bowl is going to be right for them. So we'd love to see that happen.
All right. Before we head out on this one, what is your favorite baseball team? Got to know.
Well, I am born in LA, so of course the Dodgers.
Woo!
Yeah.
Go Dodgers. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course.
Yes.
Brooke didn't know what they lost.
All right. So we're gonna see how very, very Vegas you are, okay, Michael? This one we'll see. It is you get multiple choices, so I give you multiple choices after the question, okay? So we're gonna see how artist creator Michael Stark, how very, very Vegas he is. So the largest bronze sculpture in America is in Las Vegas, right here, the MGM Grand Hotel's mascot. So Michael, how much does the bronze lion in front of the MGM Grand weighs? How much does the bronze lion in front of the MGM Grand weighs? Is it 50 ton, 150 ton, or 90 tons?
I'm going to go with 90.
90. Close shot. It's actually 50. That's close one. Yes, that was close. 50's heavy enough, though.
You're going to need some special equipment to move that thing around.
I actually thought that thing was hollow. I really did.
That price per pound, that's a lot of bronze.
A lot of bronze it is, sir. Yes, it is. Well, Michael, I want to thank you again for joining us on Visit Vegas Places. Well, the audience, you guys, his links to his website and also his Instagram are in the show notes. Check it out. Also, check him out at the establishment that we mentioned. Mike, again, he's going to mention his website and his Instagram before we head out of here.
Hey, Coyal, before I do all that, I just want to say thank you that, the heavens put us together. This was great. And thanks to Chatty Patty for all her good positive karma and vibes. And really, I'm grateful for this. My Instagram is MKS New Art. The website is neobsart.com, and you can catch the shows through December of 22 at the Art House Theater down on Gas and 3rd, and also the Horse Trailer Hideout. We've got a nice little installation there. Both fine establishments, and enjoy it when you're there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Michael. And audience, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with us. You guys check out Mike's $100 bills on all of my social media platforms. If you have not yet, then go check out his website. Then I need you to get out and go check it out live. And next, you guys got to go see it live before you see me taping him again live at one of his venues. Okay. So go check it out, you guys. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Mike, I'll catch you out there. Okay. Keep doing that art. All right. You guys take care. I love you guys and good night. See you next Friday.
Thank you.